Imagine a single name capable of shaking up the world's music charts, breaking records that had stood for decades, and becoming the reason a record label transformed from a local South Korean music company into a global entertainment giant worth billions of dollars. That name is Jimin. Yes, the BTS member known as Machi is not just the group's main dancer or a vocalist. Over the past few years, he has proven himself to be one of Big Hit Music's most valuable assets under Hybe. Today, we're breaking down exactly how Jimin's solo journey has helped push Big Hit Music to a level no other K-pop label has ever reached. If you're curious how one person can have this much impact on the global music industry, stay tuned, because this video is going to lay it all out, complete with data, facts, and the moments that made the world turn its attention to South Korea. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more exciting discussions about the world of K-pop. Before we dive into his biggest achievements, let's first get to know the man behind this big name. Jimin, whose real name is Park Jimin, was born on October 13, 1995, in Jungkook District, Busan, South Korea. His talent for dance was already evident from a young age, and he even attended a performing arts high school before eventually joining Big Hit Entertainment, now known as Big Hit Music under the Hybe umbrella. As a member of BTS, Jimin is widely known as the group's main dancer and one of its vocalists with a highly distinctive tone, high, emotional, and instantly recognizable within just a few seconds of a song. But what sets Jimin apart from many other idols is how he managed to build a solo career just as powerful as his career with the group. He launched his solo debut with the album Face in 2023, followed by Muse in 2024. And this is where this bigger story begins. The story of how a K-pop idol achieved something no other Asian artist had ever accomplished before. Now, let's talk about the facts that have taken many by surprise. Jimin is recorded as the first Korean solo artist in 65 years to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, with his single, Like Crazy. Think about that, 65 years. This isn't just an ordinary achievement. It's a record that crosses through time, language barriers, and the boundaries of a Western music industry that has long been dominated by English-language artists. This achievement immediately changed how the global music industry viewed K-pop artists. Previously, many assumed that the international success of a group like BTS was purely a group phenomenon, driven by the collective power of all 7 members at once. But with Like Crazy, Jimin proved that the individual strength of a K-pop idol could also break through the world's most competitive music market. And this was only the beginning. Moving on to the next achievement, the song, Who, the title track from his second mini-album, Muse, released in July 2024. This song debuted at #1 on both the Billboard Global 200 and Billboard Global XL US charts simultaneously. This made Jimin the first and only Asian artist to dominate the top spot on both charts at once in 2024. But what's even more astonishing is what happened afterward. By May 2026, Who had officially racked up 2.4 billion streams on Spotify. According to reports citing Big Hit Music, this makes Who the first solo song by an Asian artist, without a featured act, to reach that staggering milestone. An achievement that no other Asian solo artist had ever reached in the history of music streaming platforms. The song has also remained a consistent fixture on Spotify's daily charts since its release, and now sits at #37 on the platform's list of the most streamed songs of all time. Before Rose's APT, with Bruno Mars took over a particular Billboard Hot 100 record, that spot had long been held by Jimin as a soloist, with a 33-week consecutive chart run. Take a moment to think about that. Amid the fierce competition of a global music industry flooded with new releases every single week, staying on one of the most prestigious charts for 33 weeks straight is no easy feat for anyone, let alone an artist from outside the English-language music industry. After completing his mandatory military service, Jimin returned to the main stage with BTS, and this comeback immediately shook the global music industry. BTS's 5th album, Erarang, with the title track, Swim, became solid proof that the strength of the group and Jimin's individual strength reinforce one another. Swim topped Billboard's Global XL US chart for 3 consecutive weeks, and reached number 1 on that chart a total of 7 times over its chart run. Even more impressive, all 13 vocal tracks from the Ararang album managed to stay on various global charts for 9 consecutive weeks, a level of consistency rarely seen even among the world's top-tier artists. The data shows just how solid Swim's performance was across various charts. Number 10 on the Billboard Global 200. Number 55 on the Billboard Hot 100. Number 16 on the Adult Contemporary chart. Number 12 on Pop Airplay. Number 17 on Adult Pop Airplay. Number 26 on Radio Songs. And what's most interesting from a music business standpoint isn't just about hitting the highest peak, but about staying power. The Ararang album managed to hold strong positions on the Billboard 200, including number 3 on top album sales, number 7 on top streaming albums, and number 8 in the vinyl albums category. This shows that BTS's fanbase, and Jimin's in particular, isn't loyal only when it comes to digital streaming, but is also willing to buy physical albums in large numbers, something that's become increasingly rare in today's digital era. Major outlets like Billboard and various other international music publications continue to track every chart movement from this group, and Jimin's name is always one of the highlights whenever discussions turn to soloists within BTS who have individually broken Hot 100 records. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. Why are all of Jimin's achievements so crucial for big hit music and Hybe as a whole? First, we need to understand that in the modern entertainment industry, especially K-pop, a label's success is no longer measured solely by album sales. An entertainment agency's value is heavily influenced by the brand power of the artists under its roster, especially in international markets that are far larger and more competitive than the domestic Korean market. When a solo artist from a group like Jimin manages to break into America's most prestigious charts, the largest music market in the world, this isn't just about personal prestige. It's concrete proof to investors, business partners, and the wider industry that Hybe and big hit music's business model can genuinely be trusted to produce global stars, not just regional ones. Second, achievements like this expand the fan base. Many international listeners who may not have initially been familiar with every BTS member came to know Jimin through his solo songs played on Western radio or featured on major global Spotify playlists. This phenomenon creates a new gateway for audiences who may then become interested in getting to know BTS as a whole or other artists under the same label. Third, and this is something that often gets overlooked, individual success stories like this serve as proof of the effectiveness of Hybe's multi-label business strategy, which oversees many artists and groups beyond just BTS. When one of their core assets like Jimin keeps breaking global records, it strengthens Hybe's bargaining position with music distribution partners, streaming platforms, and international record labels looking to collaborate. In other words, every time Jimin's name trends on the world's music charts, it indirectly becomes a showcase that says, "Look, this is what we're capable of producing." But Jimin's success isn't just about statistics and chart positions. There's another side that makes his impact on big hit music's image even stronger: how he's built a positive personal brand in the eyes of the global public. Jimin is widely known for his philanthropic work. Since 2019, he has reportedly donated substantial amounts, exceeding 1 billion won, to various educational and humanitarian causes. This image matters, because in an era where the public is increasingly critical of public figures, a clean and positive personal reputation becomes a major asset for an entertainment agency. For big hit music, having an artist who is not only commercially successful, but also beloved for his character is a nearly perfect combination. It reduces reputational risk, strengthens fan loyalty, and creates a label image consistent with positive values, something heavily weighed by sponsors, brand partners, and investors alike. The nickname Machi attached to him isn't without reason either. His soft visual appeal, combined with his explosive stage presence while dancing, creates an interesting contrast that makes his character easy to remember for audiences from all kinds of cultural backgrounds. Every time Jimin sets a new record, social media immediately fills up with reactions from fans around the world. When Who was named one of the 100 biggest global chart hits of the 2020s decade by an independent music ranking body, Related hashtags instantly trended across multiple platforms. What's particularly interesting is that many fans pointed out this achievement was reached during his mandatory military service, a period when he barely did any active promotion for the song at all. This actually proves just how strong his fanbase's organic power is. They kept listening, sharing, and promoting their idol's work even without any major marketing push from the label. This phenomenon is a clear example of how the emotional bond between an artist and their fans can become a far more powerful promotional engine than conventional marketing campaigns. And this is one of Big Hit Music's greatest strengths compared to other labels in the global music industry. With this string of achievements, the big question is, what comes next for Jimin and Big Hit Music? With BTS now fully active again after all members completed their mandatory military service, and with such strong comeback momentum through the Arirang album, many believe the group's next era, and Jimin's solo career in particular, will be one of the most defining phases in the history of K-pop as a whole. It wouldn't be surprising if the records broken today turn out to be just the opening act for even bigger achievements in the years to come. So there you have it, a complete picture of how Jimin's solo journey has become one of the major driving forces behind Big Hit Music and Hybe's global success. From a Billboard Hot 100 record that broke a 65-year streak, to streaming achievements no other Asian solo artist has ever reached, all of this shows just how much impact one individual can have on a massive music industry. What do you think? Which achievement surprised you the most out of everything we covered today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more exciting discussions about K-pop and the global music industry. See you in the next video.